So, exactly a month ago, I made this remix just for fun, and it turned out being my most viral remix yet. It's been supported by some big DJs like Korlova and Ages of Time. It has more than 1.5 million views across Instagram and TikTok. It's been top 3 in the hype edit progressive house charts, and it has more than 50,000 streams on SoundCloud. And today, I really want to share how I made it, so let's get into it. So let me tell you a quick backstory on the remix. So me and my best friend, we went to the F1 to watch the movie. I really enjoyed it, and of course, I really enjoyed the music because I saw there's a full album coming out just for one movie. And I heard this crazy song by Tate Mcrae, Just Keep Watching, and I honestly really enjoyed it. And I was like, I wonder if there is any remix. And it's actually Tiesto playing it in a club in US in the movie. And I really wondered if there is any remix on SoundCloud or anything. So I went up, I searched, and there was nothing. So immediately I downloaded the acapella and I started playing around. And the next day I already got the full idea going. I did the arrangement, etc. And this how this remix was born. So everything started with this vocal.
I wanna let my hair down, yeah, yeah, yeah. While I'm staring down your face, wanna go till lights out, yeah, yeah, yeah. Take her right back to my place, you watch your mouth.
I actually get this question a lot. I used lol.ai to extract the capella. I just dropped the original track right here. I pressed the vocal and instrument extractor and extracted the capella. And as you can hear, it sounds really clean and actually like pretty studio quality.
I wanna let my hair down, yeah, yeah, yeah.
Then I've processed it a bit. I put a utility on just to make it a bit louder. Then I Pro Q3, cut some picks, added some highs, and got some lows. Then I have a compressor, a reverb to make it atmospheric and big, and then a delay as well. Which altogether with effects, it sounds like this.
I wanna let my hair down, yeah, yeah, yeah. While I'm staring down your face, wanna go till lights out, yeah, yeah, yeah. Take her right back to my place, you watch your mind.
Then we have the reverse effect on the vocal to like kind of get an introduction that the vocal is coming. So the way I do it, there's many ways, but for me the easiest way to do it is I take the first part of the vocal, which is this one, right when it starts. I paste it onto a new track. I put a reverb on it. I put lots of reverb. Like I think I put the drive at to 100 and a decay also like maybe like 7 seconds or around that. And then I freeze it. I freeze the track. I flatten it, and then I reverse it, and that's what you should come up with. So it kind of gets an introduction into the vocal, which sounds like this.
I wanna let my hair down, yeah, yeah, yeah. While I'm staring down your face, wanna go till lights out, yeah.
Then we have this little like vocal shot effect that I did just to fill up some space, which sounds like this. It's just a serum preset and I did some side chaining on it. Then I also edited this really cool effect, which is kind of like a F1 car passing by. I found it on Splice, and it sounds like this. Just to kind of to fit the theme of the remix. Straight after, I thought it would be really cool to add a really groovy melody. As it's a multi techno remix, I wanted some really groovy, but as well at the same time big leads and that fit with the vocal. So here's what I did. So I mainly use Sooonnn for it. It's presets from the Seven Skies pack. Seven Skies is an absolute legend in presets. I use a lot of them in my tracks, and yeah, they're absolutely amazing. So as you can see, I have EQ right there on every track, and then on the groove we have some other effects, which is just sidechain and EQ. Sometimes I like to keep it simple as well, just because I like how the lead already sounds and how I did the layering, so it sounds good, and then I don't think I really need to add any other effects. It already has some reverb. I've put it already in Serum, right there in FX. So we have some simple processing, distortion, chorus, some EQs, reverb, compressor, and there we have it. So the 3 layers sounds like this. And then, of course, I added a stab, which actually from a pack I found for free on the internet. And it's a stab I inspired by the Arba track, and I use it a lot in my tracks. And I think it's really powerful. So this is what I did. And then we have this like rolling stab, just to make a bit of like difference in how it sounds. The next thing is the kick and bass. I knew that I need a really powerful kick and bass for this remix because the leads are super groovy and big, so I needed some really good bass line. So I added this kick. I spent maybe like 20 minutes just working on it, EQing, and trying to make it as good as possible. So I came up with this. It consists of 2 layers. One, just a kick, really powerful, sounds like this. Has a lot of low end to it, and I put some EQ on it, just raise some highs, some mids, and then a drum bass as well to make it even more punchy. And then I thought it would be good to add some more highs just on top, so I added a really like clicky kit which has lots of highs but no low end. Sounds like this. It sounds really like an acoustic drum, which I also like, and together they work really good. For the bass line, I use 3 layers. The first one is a rolling bass, which I called Reese Rich. I just really like how it sounds. I made this preset myself, and I got some lows for it. I raised a lot of kind of around 1K, because I was playing with different with the EQing stuff, and I liked how it sounded. So I raised some like 1K, around 1K. Then we have this second layer of the rolling bass, which sounds like this, which kind of plays the role of like the main bass in the track because you hear it the most. It's a Sooonnn preset, I think, which I also made myself. It's a really simple one. One oscillator, a simple envelope, and on the effects we only have the chorus and some filter to make it a bass effect. Yeah, and it sounds like this. And the third layer, I added the sub bass. I didn't make it rolling, however, I made a kind of a rhythm, so it sounds like this. As you can see on the EQ, I added some more lows because I thought maybe we could add even more lows to the bass, which will make it even more powerful. So the kick and bass all together sound like this. Then I had to add some really groovy drums, which are actually pretty simple. It's snare, some hi-hats, a head loop, which actually has a bit of reverb, and the shaker I made myself. So for this shaker, I took just a shaker from Elements. It's a website I use for samples as well, not only splice. And I played a little bit with the velocity, and here's how it sounds. and altogether the drums sound like this. So here we come for the second breakdown. I wanted to do something really like melodic, atmospheric, just to have some like kind of a mystery into it. So I for transitioning from the drop into the breakdown, I added some uplifters and a big impact by Kashmir, which never misses. Sounds like this. Really cinematic. Then I added some elements like this Reese bass. Many people ask me how I do my Reese basses. So basically what I do is I put on Sooonnn, I put oscillator A and oscillator B on, default shapes, -2 octaves. I raise the unison to 16, do the same thing on the oscillator B. Then I have the filter on. I usually adjust the cutoff to my liking. I raise the drive around 22%, not just to make it too like overdrive, you know. Then we have some fat as well, around 22%, 20% as well, and then some legato to make the note slide around like 100 milliseconds. It sounds good, and this is how it sounds. Then I added also the score. Then I also added this choir. I used a plugin called Sign Player for it. It's a really cool one. I like it. And I just EQ'd a bit and add some reverb. Sounds like this. For the first part of the breakdown, it just plays one note. Then there's a note changes, and then it plays the chords of the remix. Sounds like this. With the bat. Then also atmosphere sounds really cool because I like adding atmospheres like strings, pads a lot in my breakdowns. So I wanted to add more atmosphere, so it sounds like this. I've probably used this atmosphere over 1 million times, like I'm not even lying. Then I just EQ it a bit and that's it. For the breakdown, I also have a bit of drums going on, a clap and a shaker, just to give some rhythm, get some rhythm going. Then going to the second breakdown, we have a snare roll, really simple. I actually combined a snare roll, which I found as a loop, which is just a like really fast rolling snare. And then like I've built my own build up snares to like give it a really cool like rhythm. Oh, I forgot to turn on. As well, for the second build-up, we have the leads coming out again. I put an auto filter on them for them to come out. Also, a trick I use is I put on a utility, and in the build-up, I bring out the gain. So as you can see, we have the automation here. I bring out the gain little by little, and by the time it hits the drop, it's at 0 decibels, which makes kind of the drop sound louder. And yeah, this is how it sounds. Then we have one of my favorite vocal parts in this in the original and in the remix, which is this one that Tate Mcrae says like just keep watching. So it's a really like powerful powerful vocal part which I used right before the second drop because I really wanted to like give that power in, and this is how it sounds.
Just keep watching.
And right before the second drop hits, I added this like leads. They are the same just before the second drop, which sound like this. And then I also created this really cool effect to kind of make an echo from the lead, which the way I did it, I just recorded the lead. I turned it into audio. I EQ it. I had lots of reverb on it and make it way quieter, like minus 11 decibels. Wait, let me a second. So yeah, basically this is how it sounds. So yeah, as you can hear, it's like really echoey and creates a really cool effect. For the second drop, it's basically the same thing, the same drop, just the only thing that changes is the drum comes earlier in, just to like give that final punch into the drop. And the only thing that changes in the end of the drop is I change the bass notes, which sound like this. It's actually I think they're the bass notes from the original track, so they sound like this. All together with the vocal and the leads, it sounds like this.
Just keep watching. Just keep watching.
So many people actually ask me about my master chain, and it's actually nothing too complicated or something crazy. For the remix to be playable and to send out to DJs for their sets, it's already a really good sounding master. So we have what I use is an Ozone 11. It's the plugin I've been using for years, and so what I use is an equalizer. I put an equalizer. In this track I raised some lows. I raised just a bit of highs because I felt like the highs are already dominating and they're sounding good. So then we have the imager, then with the stabilizer, a really cool plugin that it in the new Ozone 11. Really like using it. Just make sure that you don't go over too much with the amount. It just stabilizes kind of the EQ of the song. Let me show you.
Just keep watching. Just keep watching. Just keep watching. Just keep watching.
Then we have the dynamics. Then we have the maximizer and a limiter at the end. I usually recommend to get the ceiling not too high because on the big sound system sometimes it can get distorted and won't sound good for the crowd. So I usually go around minus 0.2, minus 0.3, depending on your track as well. And then the threshold, I try to have it like, it really depends on how good the mixing is. And so yeah, I have it around -7 for this remix. And then I have tonal balance control just to see how all the parts of the track sound, if the low end is good, if the low mid is good. Yeah, and then we have the insight, which is an analyzer. I usually use it to see the short term, the short term, the lows, and yeah, just some like stuff to make sure it sounds good. Here's how it looks like. So as you can see here, we we have a minus 5.8 lufs on the integrated, which is a really good result actually. It's already a playable remix, so we can send it over to DJs to play it. So yeah, that was it. So yeah guys, this was my breakdown of my Just Keep Watching remix. I really want to thank all of you for the crazy support on it. I really didn't expect it would go viral, that so many people would like it, because I made it just for fun. One night, it was a Wednesday night, and I just said I was yeah, let's do it because I love the song. And yeah, that's what happens sometimes when you make music, and that's one of my favorite parts, that you never expect that it can become so big. So thank you so much guys, and I'll see you in the next one.
Just keep watching.